Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of Vibes Podcast with your hosts, Ted and Med.
I'm Med.
And I'm Ted.
Alright, good start.
Yo, first off, before we start anything, man, I just want to say a very warm welcome, sincere, happy birthday.
Warm welcome? I'm not coming home from the
From work
or something. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to say a happy birthday, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Congrats on becoming 23, man.
Yeah, I'm turning 23, the Jordan year.
Today
is Thursday, so today is actually my birthday, September 28th. And we decided to shoot a podcast today because we're dedicated to shooting on Thursdays and posting on Tuesdays, so we had to get it done.
The reason why we do that is because, like, last week, we actually recorded on Thursday, but some shit happened, technical happens, so we had to record on Saturday, and that didn't give our editor enough time so we can post on Tuesday. So that's why we had to post on Wednesday for last week, but hopefully we learned our lesson.
Yeah, for sure.
But so it's sacrifices by recording on your birthday, man. How does it feel? 23.
I don't know, man. Like,
Jordan,
I want to be happy about it, but like anyone else, I feel kind of old, man. 23, I feel like when you turn 23, it's like you're going into your mid-20s, and it's like you're already there. You're already like supposed to be a man. You have to get, like, not that my shit's not together, but I mean, it's kind of like you're not that 21-year-old little kid anymore.
That you have to pick up more responsibilities now. But I don't see 23 I see as like a dead year. Like, it's not your early 20s, it's not your mid 20s. Mid 20s would be like 24, 25, 26. Early is like 21, 22. Maybe 23 falls into it, but like late is like...
All I know is I definitely don't feel like a baby anymore. Yeah. Like, I definitely feel like it's hitting me. Like,
you don't look like one either, man.
Yeah, man. I look like a 35-year-old Middle Eastern dad with 2 kids and a 335.
Well, yeah.
No, the 35-year-old wouldn't be driving. What are we talking about? Anyway, what I want to say is, like, I just thought about this is, bro, like, I feel old at 23, right? Can you imagine what?
I left the fan on.
I think that should be fine.
You think so? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot in here.
Yeah. So, bro, like, at 23, I feel old, right? But imagine at 18 years old, I was just thinking this, like, bro, we had to make a decision at 18 years old, straight out of high school. I was even 17. I was a little young for my age. Yeah. So I had to make the decision of what the hell I wanted to become. Because you're going to college, and you're like, okay, I have to, like, they're pretty much telling you to pick what the fuck you want to become. And all those people that are like, oh, it's fine, you'll go into college and you'll decide later. That's not true, because I was supposed to be a bio major, supposed to become a doctor, right? Imagine I didn't pick it, and for a year straight, I went without taking the requirement classes, right? Yeah. And so I would have to stay an extra year because I wasted time. So technically, I did have to pick it. So literally, like, stupid me, I just listened to what my parents said, like, oh, become a doctor. I didn't even think for myself. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go become a doctor. I signed up for biology, went into my first chemistry class. I'm like, dude, fuck this, man. Like, literally, I was sitting and I was looking at all these people taking notes the first day, and I'm just like, dude, what am I doing over here? I'm like, this is not meant for me. And after that class, I just dropped it, and the rest is history.
Like, for me, the one thing I just came up, like it just crossed my mind was, like, you know, when you're a little kid and people would ask you, like, so what are you gonna do for the rest of your life? What do you want to be? And, like, when you were young, you would quickly just say the one thing that you were told that you were gonna be with no questions. Like, nowadays, like, you ask them, like, yo, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? They're like, I don't fucking know. Yeah. Maybe this, that.
But
at
like 7 years old, I want to be a Power Ranger, and all those spots are filled, so I had to go. So you
resorted to doctor,
right? So after Power Ranger, it's doctor, and that's.
But and your parents were the ones that kind of instilled that, like,
the Power Ranger,
the doctor part.
Yeah, they did.
And see, some people say that it's like a bad thing, but to me, like, if they didn't do that, because they did that, that forced you to, like, get a 4.7 GPA in high school.
Okay, it was like a 4.5.
Okay, 4.5. I don't know. Like, whatever. You took all these AP classes. You did things to stand out from the other students, right?
Sure.
That built you some sort of, like, characteristics that you, even though you're not a doctor now, but you use today to always be so competitive and so, like...
Sure, I understand. But that's a benefit, I think, that came with a lot of cons. For example, one of the cons was I never really thought for myself. Like I really just thought, oh, I'm gonna go become a doctor. I don't really have to think about anything else. And so until I opened up, like I expanded my brain, I'm like, dude, is this what I really want to do, or am I just doing it for the money? And then I realized it was just for the money. I couldn't even stand a little bit of blood, and I'm like, dude, there's thousands of people that actually enjoy this. They're not going in it for the money. So, dude, let them do that. They'll become much better doctors than I will, right?
Yeah.
So,
but see, the thing is, like, okay, let's say your parents just say, yeah, man, figure it out on your own. It would have taken you so much more longer to figure it out, as opposed to like the way that you were kind of just forced into it and like just forced to figure it out on your own. You would have been like, if your parents like said, oh yeah, whatever, just figure it out, you would have skipped class in high school. You wouldn't gotten into UCLA. You probably wouldn't have gotten that job that you got, the corporate job. Then you wouldn't realize that, like, you know what I mean? So many things that happen.
But let me ask you this.
I feel like there's more benefits than cons.
If I wasn't a little bit more self-aware, right? If I wasn't like, oh, I strayed away from it, right? Mm-hmm. Right now, I would have still been listening to what my parents had to say, and I would have been, let's say, in my first year.
Do you think so?
In the medical field.
I don't think so.
I would have hated it.
I think at some point, like, you would have made your own decisions.
But a lot of people don't. I'm fortunate enough to have been able to given that freedom too. But I mean, don't get me wrong. When I first went inside my house and like, Mom and Dad, I don't want to do this. I don't want to become a doctor. They were fucking pissed, bro. They're like, no, this is you're destined to do this. Your medicine is supposed to be a doctor. I'm like, bro, like, who said? Just because I got a good GPA, like, I have to become a doctor?
Yeah.
Like, just because in Iran, like, you're forced to think like that, I have to think like this. And mind you, they're, like, it's all the people that aren't what they are. They just look at something that's, like, for example, my parents aren't doctors, but supposedly they think it's, like, the best life ever. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I've talked to a bunch of doctors, and I asked them if they can go back, would they, like, go into that same field again? They're like, no. You know, it's like a stat, like 60% of doctors, if they could go back, they wouldn't be a doctor.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I guess it takes a special someone to become a doctor.
Of course, man.
And
the patience.
And it's obviously, like, it comes from a good, like, heart from our parents' standpoint, but it's also from a very, like, ignorant
and it's
status.
A very like, old school standpoint. Like, I personally think, like, when I become a dad, like, I seriously think, like, if I have the financial means to support whatever they want to do, sure, I'm not going to go let them become a Power Ranger, right? But I will let them think more creatively, as opposed to my parents were like just straight.
Yeah, and I'm sure when our kids are our age, there's probably going to be so much more that were the old schools. Like,
right, yeah.
Like, what do you mean, Dad? You're still driving on 4 wheels on the floor, or like you're selling on Amazon?
Bro, I really want to be like a cool dad, but I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to be like the old, like, Dad, get the fuck away from me type of guy.
Yeah, be like, Dad, I'm going to go to space next week with the guys. Like,
you're going to drive your fucking car.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, congratulations on 23.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to the club. It's
is it a good one?
It's an okay one. It's a pretty dead one. Like, it's not.
I mean, that was not very inspiring for someone that just turned 23.
It's like whatever. It's the
not
same
Jordan
as
year.
No, waiting on Mamba year. I heard Mamba year is lit.
You like Jordan more or Kobe?
Kobe, for sure.
Wow.
I mean, I grew up with Kobe.
Sure, but Jordan's my top.
Yeah. Alright. Cool.
What I also want to go into after this is what's something we wanted to start bringing on is some current events, right?
Yeah.
See what's going on in the week, and if you guys haven't heard about it, maybe this will make you guys more aware of what's going on. And if you don't live under a rock and you know what the hell's going on, maybe we could just discuss it and hear what you guys have to say about it, and maybe you can hear two idiots talk about something that they have no idea about. So I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but Donald Trump's all over the news. But basically, this guy made this in one of his speeches. I think he was like, NFL owners should like ban or kick out the players that take a knee during the national anthem.
What does that mean?
Like, as in, you know, whenever everyone else is like has their hand to their chest, like singing
right
the national
anthem,
right? Like these guys, like Kaepernick, like a football player a year ago, did this. He took a knee, and it was like all NFL owners blacklisted him.
Came out as like disrespectful.
Huge disrespect. He was the only person that, because he was doing it to stand out against racism and things like that, right? I mean, from an objective standpoint, you're like, what does that have to do with racism? Yeah. But he was just bringing attention to it, because then later on they asked him why the hell he did this, and he made a whole spiel about all racism and things like that.
How's the NFL ticket selling out, man? Maybe they had a tough year.
Oh yeah, I don't know, but like he basically did that, and a lot of other NFL players started doing that, and Donald Trump went crazy. He's like, I don't care what the hell you guys are doing, whatever your problems are, but during the national anthem, you stand because it's like unity. It's like you don't want to disrespect America.
I mean, I kind of want to say that why are you fighting fire with fire? Like these football players are watched by like millions. Like you're influencers to like certain people,
So
and
they
if you start doing it,
disrespect
they
it?
shouldn't.
Right.
I mean, you can.
But
do
how? So they have to. Basically, I think it was like a attention thing that they wanted to do. But I also feel like they could have gotten that attention somewhere else.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like now everyone's gonna start like being disrespectful to prove a point.
They have been, bro. Like it wasn't much more disrespect, but all the NFL players came in unity, and all of them were like taking a knee and stuff like that. And so another thing that happened is, like, for example, with Donald Trump being all this like disrespectful and thing, Steph Curry, I guess, said something, and then Donald Trump said this tweet. He's like, going to the White House is considered a great honor for championship team.
I just
Steph
read,
Curry.
My bad. If a player wants the privilege of making millions of dollars in the NFL or other leagues, he or she should not be allowed to disrespect.
Yeah. So he's basically saying, like, bro, do whatever you want, but don't disrespect America with like the national anthem.
Great American flag or country and should stand for the national anthem.
But basically, you're saying Stephen Curry is hesitating because Stephen Curry is like, I'm not gonna go or something like that, and he's like, his invitation is withdrawn. And then I guess Steph Curry responds, but then LeBron also says, you bum. Steph Curry already said he's not going, so therefore there isn't any invite. Going to the White House was a great honor until you showed up. So can you imagine, bro? Like the president of the United States, who's supposed to be concerned with public policy and all this more important things, such as being the fucking president of the United States, he's going back and forth tweeting with NFL and basketball players. Like, I wouldn't even do that.
But you see what happens is, like, the NFL people did that, then it like kind of rolled over to Steph Curry. Yeah, he started doing, and then LeBron jumped on it, and now we're getting like all these like sports athletes and stuff just like jumping on it.
Everyone's pretty much disrespecting him. Like, before Donald Trump, sure, people made fun of Obama, but not to this extent, bro. Like, people are literally tweeting to Trump as if he's just like another guy, you know, as if he's not the president of the United States. So I mean, it's just very weird to me that like he stooped down to this level, and still he has people that support him. Like sure, maybe you guys support like all his bluntness and him being real, but bro, there's a certain extent that you can discuss and talk about while still being professional, man. Like, you're the president of the United States. You're not only, it's not only for us, but other countries are looking at us and saying, dude, this guy's a joke.
You know what it is? I think the definition of like professionalism has changed completely. Like, before, people, you were professional if you woke up in the morning, got in a suit, went to a corporate office. Now people are like more professional, sitting in their underwear having a conference call with someone in like China or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing, like, our president is not even being professional. Like, what's the word professional even mean? Like, it's weird though, but I just feel like what they're doing with all these, like, in my opinion, it's like a weird conspiracy, but I feel like what they're doing with these tweets is like taking the edge off of what is going on like bigger in the world. Like, Puerto Rico is about to be annihilated, like done. Like, there's no such thing as Puerto Rico anymore. Like, but people are talking about Twitter wars with Donald Trump. Like, what?
Yeah, man.
It's weird.
Like, you, instead of worrying about people dying or people like being homeless in Puerto Rico, this guy's tweeting to Stephen Curry. I mean, it's as expected from Donald Trump.
Speaking of dying, I have this other video that I pulled up that I want to show you. It's a very like messed up kind of thing, but when I read it, I was literally in shock, and I can't believe what kind of people there are in this world. So you can see on the title, there's this one 19-year-old girl that tried to poison her 11-week-old niece because they overstayed their visit at her house. And like, if you watch this video, you'll trip out.
There's no other reason for it?
You'll see. No, absolutely no reason. But let this video load.
So they stayed too long at her house that she wanted to kill him.
Watch. With breast milk.
She looks weird. She looks like a killer.
Yeah.
Like that picture.
So
She has a weird look on her face, man.
That's weird. First of all those like mugshots, they never come out nice. I've never seen a nice
everyone
one.
looks like a fucking killer.
Yeah, so like she could be nice, but clearly she's not. But what happened was this girl, she's a 19-year-old girl. Her brother has a kid, right, which is her niece, and they came to her house in Indiana, and she lives with her mom. And they came to her house in Indiana, and they were just staying for some reason, maybe vacation, whatever. And I guess they overstayed their visit. So this girl thought that it was like okay to crush up like some pills and put it in the breast milk that this baby is gonna drink later. And then she says like, and yeah, so she's saying I'm gonna crush up some pills since they decided they can stay longer and kill their baby. And she sent this as a text to her boyfriend. So other thing was she shares her phone with her mom, and she sent out that text to her boyfriend saying that I'm gonna kill this baby. She's like, I put the stuff in the made bottle already in the fridge. I thought it was funny that I didn't even have an ounce of guilt. Like, so this girl's texting what she did. Like, if word of advice to any of you guys that are fucking serial killers there, or psychopaths, don't fucking text what you're gonna do, because this shit happens. Her own mom found out that text, and she was put in the position to report her daughter.
Well, of course I would too. At that point, it's not even your kid anymore. But I'm saying, how
fucked up is that? Like, the mom has to go through that. Not just the mom, your own brother. Like, that's your niece.
Bro, can you imagine if she actually it went through and she actually killed the baby?
11 weeks old. Like 11 weeks old, has no like conscience.
Like, what, did the baby overstay his welcome? How did the baby not have anything to do with it?
It's a fucked up story.
The fact that we're talking about overstaying your welcome and comparing that to killing someone.
That's.
Oh my god, man, that's very strange to me.
So yeah, some fucked up shit happening on. It goes from like different realms. Like, we're going from tweets to like psychopaths out here, man. It's a weird week.
That's your couple minutes of current events. I hope you guys like that. We'll see how the feedback for that is.
Also,
yes,
another one. Speaking of dying shit,
bro, I feel like this is just, it's not bad vibes. It's good vibes.
It's good vibes, but Hugh Hefner died, man.
Oh yeah.
91 years old.
That's a natural death. That's like,
it's a good age to go.
It's not sad. You're celebrating his life.
Yeah, it is a good age to go.
Bro, give me a quick 85. And if you let me like live until 85, I'm good, bro.
I think anything over 80, you're golden.
Bro, this guy lived until 91. He literally was the fucking playboy king.
I think that's why he lived so long. Like, he was surrounded by like beautiful women.
Yeah,
it was crazy. But
that was very good.
Rest in peace, you.
R.I.P. So with that said, I know you said because we didn't want to have a guest this week, you wanted to save your Innovation Nation idea for next week or the week after. Yeah. Because I feel like I've heard it and we want to hear someone else's whole comments on the feedback. So we'll
hopefully,
wait for that one.
No Innovation Nation this week, but
hopefully next week we'll have it. So with that said, I still have my Would You Rather.
Nice. What you got in store for us today? So
I'm gonna keep it short for this one, just to make it like good for next one when we have an actual guest. But I have one Would You Rather I thought about, and I want to see what you do. And mind you guys, whenever I think about these Would You Rathers, I don't sit down and think about it and write it down. Like, I don't know why, but these things come into my head. Like, whenever I'm doing something, it just comes into my head, and I'm like, bro, what would, I don't know, man. It is like my brain just.
Do you ever just ask the question and not answer it for yourself, or you just asking like, I wonder what?
No, I answer like I would do this.
So cool. So I'll ask you the question back once.
Okay, but would you? This is not a would you rather. Would you? Right? If you were stuck in a room this size, right?
Yeah.
Let's say 200 square foot, right? And no furniture, okay? No nothing, okay?
What do you mean by no nothing? Like, absolutely
just hardwood floor and ceiling and 4 walls, nothing else. You could open the door, but you cannot leave.
Okay.
Understand? So you can step to the front, but not leave. You could just look outside, okay?
Okay.
For 1 full year, you cannot leave.
Jesus.
1 full year.
How much?
Okay? How much? But here are the benefits. Whatever
there's benefits to
this.
There's
definitely benefits. Whatever food you want lobster that day, you want caviar that day, done, yours. Okay? Someone will bring it to you, right? you could only see this person, okay? And you can only see one person that you want once a month. So you get to see 12 people in that entire year, pretty much. Plus the guy that brings you the food.
I have so many questions.
And you're naked.
Ooh.
You're fully naked. So whoever you bring,
how's that a benefit?
I guess that's not. I was done with the benefits. It's
okay.
short benefits.
Okay.
So whoever comes in here, right? If you invite me over as one of the people in that month, you would be fucking naked. So I guess to make you comfortable, I would get naked too. No, but so you would be naked. So you have to be careful who you bring. Like imagine like you can't bring your family here because like they'll see you naked.
Okay. First of all, how much?
Okay. So all this for the special deal today only, $1 million.
I wish you guys saw my reaction when I was smiling and it just went to like straight like
that's definitely
disappointment. No. Fuck no.
Bro, I mean, but think about it. It's like working for 1 year, getting $1 million cash paid out, no taxes, no nothing, and just go spend whatever the fuck you want.
Bro, I would be so depressed in here.
Of course you would, but take 1 year of depression and the rest of your life happy.
What? No, man, it's not that easy to like.
Okay, fine. $5 million.
Let me ask a couple questions. How many times do I eat a day?
However many you want.
Really? However many I want.
But I mean,
and the person bringing me the food, who is this person? Can I interact with them?
No, you can't. You can't talk to them. It's like you know, like a prisoner just gets his food.
I don't even see them.
No, actually, you could see them, but you can't talk to them.
Okay.
You can't talk to the only people that you could talk to is the person that you bring in here once a month, and that's only for 1 hour.
So all I have is food and water. I don't have like a TV or like
nothing. You just sit and sleep, and you don't even have a bed.
Do I have a phone? Can I like play games?
Of course not, bro.
Nothing.
Absolutely not.
So what do I do to like pass by time?
What do prisoners do? It's like you're in prison
work
for
out?
a year.
Okay.
You can work out.
Nice.
Get in shape. Think about what prisoners do. They don't have any of the stuff you mentioned. But they do have a bed, so you're living worse than a prisoner.
Oh, that's true. But I have this bathroom.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. But there's no shower in there. We'll add a shower, obviously, right?
Yeah, we'll add a shower.
Okay.
We'll get some contractors in here.
Okay, nice. My other question. The person that's visiting me once a month, can it be literally anyone? Like I can say, yo, I want Beyonce in here?
Of course, absolutely not. People
just people I know.
And you can have that same person next month. So you have to skip a month. So for example, if you bring me, for example, next month you can't bring me, but the month after you could bring me, for example, right? And it's only for 1 hour. So I don't know.
1 hour.
So 12 hours in the entire year you get to see people.
But I can open this door and I can watch people, but I just can't talk to them.
No, and you're naked. So imagine opening the door naked. And then the year after you resume working here, and all these people have seen you naked.
But I have 15 mil.
Where'd you get 15? Bro, we don't have those type of funds,
15 mil, no deal.
Bro, let me talk to my guy. I think we can get up to like $7 million.
No.
7 million for 1 year? 7 million for 1 year? Bro, your entire life is set.
No, what? 7 million?
Bro,
it's like a house and a couple nice cars.
Oh yeah, where are you buying this house and how many square feet is it? Bro, come on, you know you could do that. 7 million for the rest of your life. I feel like I'm like negotiating with you as if this is real. I'm about to pull out 7 million.
I'm just thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do for 24 hours?
Probably be the most ripped person in this world.
That is true.
Like all these prisoners like come out, they're huge or they're ripped,
and I can eat anything I want.
Yeah.
So I'd always like ask for like some healthy, nice stuff.
Sure, as if like you do that now.
Well, someone else is making it for me now.
Okay, so you don't right now you can't go buy something healthy. You think it'll change when you're in a fucking room depressed? Depressed people eat more junkier food. When you're depressed, when I'm depressed and I'm fucking sitting in front of my TV, I'm just like eating whatever the fuck I want.
Okay. There's nothing in this room that will allow me to like kill myself, right? So like I can't resort to that.
Oh shit. I mean, there's obviously ways you can do it. Like you can skydive, you can dive on your head and kill yourself.
How? There's no furniture, so what I
have to
hop up and like
jump and then boom.
That wouldn't kill myself.
That would knock you out for a couple months.
What if I just run out of the room?
Congrats, you don't have any money and you're naked.
That's it. No, I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. How about you?
What's your minimum?
There's no money that could buy that. I don't think so.
I would do it, but for the money, just the fact that I could open this door even though I'm naked, I don't care. Probably 10 mil. I'll do it.
10 mil. Okay, I was like more close to 15, but
what's 5 mil there?
5 mil is like a life. But okay, man, that was a very weird and interesting question.
Yeah, and and you guys know where my head goes to.
You fucked up
Yeah,
creature.
fucked up person. But I want to make this short and sweet. Are we Gucci?
We're about 25 minutes, but I wanted to end it on 23. That would have been cool.
Jordan year?
And your birthday.
My birthday. It's fine. It's fine.
But I think, yeah, dude, let's get out of here. Let's go celebrate, man.
Yeah, let's do it. So, thank you guys again for joining us on our official third one. I know there's the fourth one we released, but the first one was an introduction.
Fourth recorded, but third,
right,
like.
third episode. So, thank you for joining us on our official third episode. If you guys stick with us, I hope you guys can see we're definitely improving. We're definitely putting the time in to improve.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna bring on a bunch of guests that you
I was
guys
just gonna
will
say
love.
that I know this week there was no guest, but we got some good feedback from Albert, so
Yeah.
we're gonna start bringing in a bunch of more guests.
For sure.
So
definitely,
people from
I
like
think
all
next,
different
next
things.
week we'll do a
Next week
guest.
we'll definitely have a guest, and then from then on probably just hopefully we can
Smooth
keep,
sailing, man.
yeah, smooth sailing from there, man. Tune in for next week.
Yeah. You have anything else to say?
Innovation Nation, special stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
man.
Would you rather? Special stuff coming. If you guys have any like ideas for different segments you guys want to
would
like
to see?
listen about or like watch us
Because
do.
listen, at 100, 200 views, you bet your ass we're looking at every comment. So
yeah, we look at everything. We like all the critiques that people have to say. So please just keep them coming.
Yeah.
If we're bad and we're shitty and you guys realize that you guys are skipping towards like if like for example you're skipping through the would you rather or if you're skipping through the current events, let us know like so we just don't do that. We're not here trying to like
force it on you.
yeah, or like give you guys a bad time. It's all about good vibes, guys.
Good vibes.
So, but thanks for tuning in, man. Ted and Med, I think we're out, man.
All right.
Thanks for
Peace,
tuning
guys.
in.
Peace.